Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So yeah, I'm showing you, it's a high-tech channel this. I'm wearing my dad's headphones here. They're vintage in themselves from Tandy. Yeah, real high-tech stuff. I found those the other day and I've been using them ever since. They're great. And yeah, so this is my last video at Notions Antique Centre in Grantham. It's a bit more rushed than I would have liked at the end. My wife was pressing me to go home, and probably has every reason to do that. So there was probably enough stuff to do at least another half a video, I think, if not more. But she was like, we need to go home, it's pouring with rain, we've got a long way to drive, we need to go home. So yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I didn't buy anything this one either, so I only bought that in the second video and that was it. But let's get on with the video. I think you'll enjoy it. You've got here Whitefriars Knobbly, £49. It's quite a large, tall one. So we're looking at the Whitefriars Glass Wixsite.com website. This is not my usual website for looking at catalogues, but I found this one and I think the layout is a bit better than the other one. So yeah, I think I'm going to be using this one going forward. And yeah, this is the vase we were looking at. It's a 9612, but this catalogue is 1964, as I said, and it says here streaky brown and streaky green are new colours. So that gives you an exact date, year date, to 1964. Cedar. Yeah, now I've got catalogues, I might be able to find this. You can see the thick base with the rounded bottom. Means it probably is a cedar. So this catalogue is from the Bergdaler Glastentechniker Museum.se website, and yeah, so this isn't a cedar catalogue, and I don't have an actual date for it. It's post 1975, because it does have a date reference for 1975 in it. But that's not it doesn't say that is the actual date. I don't think it's too far away from there because I have catalogues for 1973. This isn't too different, but anyway, this is the vase we're looking at. It's in different color. I think these codes here relate to the different colors that you have underneath each one. So yeah, it isn't a cedar one. I think it's probably the 1970s. So there we go. It's definitely in a cedar vase. What else is in here? He's got loads of stuff. He's got a Whitefriars ham bone in the back here in brown colour. Don't know what that is. I think it might be twilight. Don't know. And Whitefriars coffin. Whitefriars sunburst. Another Whitefriars coffin. And then you've got a whole bunch of Whitefriars bark vases, a bigger Whitefriars finger vase there, orange coffin. You could actually, there's 3 different colours of coffin there, so you can make a little collection. And then this huge bowl here. I can't remember what this is called. £250. I'm going to see if I can find out, see what the prices are. It seems such a huge piece for £250. But yes, Whitefriars is so specific, you know, the colours, the shapes, etc. all count. So I found the vase. It's in the 1967 Whitefriars catalogue. I'm back at the Whitefriars Glass Wixsite.com, and so here it is. It's a 9678. I think the colour is willow, I think. Yeah, it's willow. So I then did a quick search for sold 90, and there aren't any willow ones that are sold. And you can see here, look, there's two cinnamon ones here that are sold. One's 270, one's 280, and then there's this blue one here. I think is that, I'm not sure that's indigo, but anyway, that's 550. So it shows you how the difference in the prices. Also, this is an eBay price, okay? So I did find, I think it's this, no, not that, it's this. So one sold at Fielding's in 2020. That's the same right color. And yeah, it sold for £150 on Under the Hammer. So, but you would have to add a chunk onto that. I don't know exactly how much. I'm not sure, but it's probably closer to £200 once you've paid the extra. You would either have to be there on the day or set up or watch the auction online, or put in a bid and hope for the best. Anyway, this is not the same experience as, you know, when you go into one of these auctions. It's not the same as buying on eBay. The audience is not as big. So the 150 is what it is. And prices may have changed, and the willow ones might be cheaper. I don't know, because it's in a different auction. But anyway, we know it's 1967. I think the price is okay, looking at what the thinner ones are going for. So yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so this decanter, can you see the stripes on it running up it? Yeah, that's something they did a lot of on vases and bowls, etc., with a stripe, a whoosh. Sometimes they're multicolored, sometimes they're just one color, like that one. I'm on the 20th Century Glass website, and I thought I'd try and find the decanter here. It's mainly paperweights. I've actually looked at their current website, and it's all paperweights. They're not making any vases or anything like this. In here, he doesn't have any decanters. He does have these three vases though, with different coloured swooshes on, like we were looking. And remember, I said some of them are multicolored. There's a green and blue one. This one's kind of dark pink and light pink. Don't know. Anyway, if we go in, we'll have a look. The pink colourway is called Dawn, and he's saying this is designed by Colin Terrace, 1987. And I'm presuming the decanter's the same guy, same period, in production till 2005. And because he's giving such precise dates about when it was designed and when it was in production too, I'm presuming he knows he's got something to back that up. You don't just go making up dates like that. So yeah, and this is unmarked. But anyway, so I thought, okay, let's dig a little bit further to see if I can find, because I said I've been to the website. Yeah, that's the closest they've got to a thing that's not paperweight. So yeah, that's not good. Well, it shows that it's not been currently made, let's put it that way. So I did a Google image search for Caithness decanter, and I found a few, but not the pink ones. So, and the prices are kind of, so the one we saw was £25. This is £28.99. This one's £32.95. This one is freaking £70. So yeah, £25, because yeah, one thing you have to factor in is eBay, and you've got to factor in postage as well. So you're adding at least a £5 on top of these. So yeah, I think £25 is a decent price compared to what if you were to try and buy it online. Yeah, I don't know who's made this. Millefiori glass bowl. It's got a lot of wear, but I don't know it. Oh, no, it's going to go back up if I break it. And what else is here? Oh, look. There's another vase. This one's Japanese. What's the name? Begins with T, Temujia, something like that. I will find the name for this. There's a slightly better quality than the Ravenhead one we saw earlier, because it's case glass and it's also multicoloured. So yeah, that's a better quality thing. So I thought I'd do something different, and there's a Facebook group called Japanese Glass. I thought I'd have a punt through that, and after much scrolling I found this, where the colourway is the same. It's cased glass as well, but the texture's different. Yeah, that's not helpful. And can I get the close? Go on. What's it doing? Go here, there we go. So yeah, and so it's, and I've read what's been written underneath, and they think it might be Tajima. Nobody's certain. They've actually given a link to 20th Century Glass, so I thought, okay, we'll go there then, because everything goes to 20th Century Glass, you know that. So here we are, and we have this one which has the same texture in a different colorway, and he says probably by Tajima Glass. Yeah, that's not genius, because he's not certain either, but it does appear to be the same maker, because it has a similar kind of colorway. Obviously it's different colors, but the way it's done is the same. It's cased and the texture is the same, which means it looks like it's out of the same mold. So yeah, so I clicked on the link. This one is just saying best glass, which is apparently a label for Japanese importers. If you go back and click the other link here, and here we go. So this went to Collectors Weekly, really good. So I don't know why I don't use it anymore. I should just use it more. But anyway, here is this person here has got a few of this same textured vases, and he's got one the same, and he's got two others with the same textures with labels on. And one of those, this blue one here, has a label TG. TG is a Tajima label for tasty glass. Yeah. So it looks like it is Tajima. You can't be 100% certain. I'd love to see a catalogue or something, or even a proper book reference. But yeah, this guy said he's been looking into it, so he's obviously put some research into this, and I think that's the best we're going to get on this one. So I think it is Tajima. There's no dates. Damn. Anyway, there we go. And what else is here? Chunk of glass there. I wonder if it's neodymium, where it changes colour in different lights. I think it is actually, because it's got a bluish and purplish tint around it that seems to change depending on the angle. So neodymium glass here. I think it's one colour in natural light, and it's different colour in artificial light. I'll look that up and tell you. So I started doing a search to see who would give a good explanation of neodymium glass, and of course it's 20th Century Glass. Again, they popped up high up in the search, and I could see they were giving a nice concise explanation. What more do you want? So neodymium glass, known as Alexandrite glass, and it changes colour, different light conditions, and the way round it is it's lilac or sometimes pink in natural sunlight, and in artificial light it's a smoky blue, and that's why when I was looking at that sculpture, it appeared to sometimes be a bit bluish and sometimes a bit pinkish, because there was light coming from the front of the natural light coming from the front of the shop, but there was also artificial light as well, so it seemed a bit, I don't know, somewhere between the two, depending on what angle you were looking at it or what part of the glass it was at. So yeah, that was quite interesting. It was probably just in the right place to catch it both ways. And yeah, I did do a search for a neodymium glass sculpture with the dream that it would appear, and it didn't. So yeah, I can't give you any more information. It's a really good thing though. That is a huge chunk of glass. There is actually a Facebook group for this stuff, so there are people that are out there just looking for that type of glass, just because of that color changing property. And back here we've got a little table, very nice big squat vase. This is, I'm pretty certain this is Dartington. It's quite a big one, that's quite good. He's got £18 on it. Yeah, I don't know what its real value should be. That might be right, it might be a bit low. And you've got bark glass bowl. Hasn't got a polished bottom. Yeah. I don't know if that's Whitefriars. It might be Ingrid glass. So I was saying Ingrid glass because I was thinking surely it can't be that easy that it would be Whitefriars. So I've done a search for Ingrid glass, and you can see they did very nice quality bark things, all cased with polished bases and everything, but it's not Ingrid glass. Yep, it's what it should have been. It was too obvious. Yeah, it's Whitefriars. So this is the Whitefriars glass, wixsite.com. The patent number is this smaller one here, is 8688. Yay, and it comes in different colours, and the last one here, TA, that's tangerine, which is see orange. And I thought, well, it was on sale for £18 there. Is that cheap? So these are the sold ones on eBay, and one went in middle of March, most of £35 including postage, so which means the one that we saw was almost half price, a bargain. I think the orange one is probably the best colour. All the others here are cheaper apart from this dark blue one. These seem to be, the red ones seem to, I think they're more common. Very good. I'm not even sure that's right. That doesn't look the same shape as the others, but you have to see it in real life. But anyway, I think £30. I've seen them more than that. I'm sure I've seen one somewhere for about 50 quid. But so £18 is a bargain. This is a nice quality thing. It's Allen Bay. The way the handle's put on the top. But yeah, that iridescence is really nicely done. And then you've got this late Victorian flask decanter, the handle. I think that looks all original as well. In the bottom here there's a couple of glasses. Looking at the one on the right looks pressed, looks modern, but the one on the left is not. That looks like it's about 1820s, 1830s, a little wine glass. Yeah, that's quite nice, £10, which is a very, very decent price. Walking back to go upstairs, I nearly missed these. I've missed my own maximum to look up and look down. I didn't look up. A couple of these. Let's have a look. Yeah. So it's cased with white on the inside with a cut edge.
that means. Well, I do. Beautiful, fair, vintage. So these are made by Franz Wahl from Bohemia, 1920s, 1930s. They might be earlier because some of the patterns are earlier, but these smell like they're 1920s and 30s. They're not frilly or anything, so yeah, that's a really nice set there, and they're quite big, and I think that makes that a very good price. I think they should be that much each, but anyway, I will check and see what maybe they should be.
I'm looking at the Chronic Glass website here, and yeah, I found this recently, and it's really nicely done in that it has a section on Franz Wahl's, and it shows you shapes. So if you click on here, it's got like the basic things, and I was looking at a vase. It's like this, and it shows you a whole bunch of vases. Yeah, none of them match, so I was hoping to either find a colorway match or a shape match, and I haven't got either of those. So and just I wanted to show you something. The person that's created this guy called Craig Ortley, and he's written a whole pile of stuff about research that he's done, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I went to Facebook because there is a Franz Wahl's Facebook page, and someone has put this on, and Craig Ortley has responded to say he thinks this is Welts, and he's posted this picture, which is the same shape as the vase we were looking at. So yeah, I'm happy now. I found colours that are very similar to it, but not exactly the same, and those are more difficult to get an exact match for. But to find the shape and have the guy that has probably looked into it the most that I know of say this is from Welts, I think that is as good as I'm going to get.
So this is upstairs. You have to come upstairs. It's not as big as downstairs because there's someone with a lot of glass. But let's start over here. Just have a quick shufty. It's nice here. It's a whole bunch of Web Corbett. Oh, look at this. This one's unusual. Grade B, which means it's probably something not right about it somehow. I don't know what that would be. They look unused. Well, they've got the labels on, so they are unused. And there's a bit more over here. I don't know if these are Web Corbett. Is that the same? Yeah, I think that's the same pattern. I'll have a look through whatever catalogues I can find, see if I can find it. A bit more here. This is the same. This is not quite the same pattern. But this one is, but this one doesn't have little printies round underneath. These ones got these little printies. A few more bits and pieces here. Got some Dartington avocado dishes. Feel the lead crystal. These are Arcoroc. So these are French. I think it's called Aspen. I'm not certain what the name is, but I can find those because I know they're Arcoroc. They call them cabbage bowl.
So yeah, I did some searching, and it is Arcoroc. I put in Arcoroc Aspen bowls into Bing, and up they come. Arcoroc is part of the same group as Crystal Darks and Luminarc as well, mass producers of glass in France. And yeah, so I think I've seen it before, but I think I'd forgotten. They come in other colours. There's this bluish turquoisey colour, and then there's a green colour, and yeah, you can see this one's actually a bit the green looks a bit more uranium green almost there. Anyway, one thing I did spot here that I've not seen before, if I scroll down further, where is it? Jugs. I didn't realise these jugs are part of that service. So you've got different size bowls and plates and stuff. I knew that. And then there's these tumblers as well. These are part of the service. And then even, I've never seen the teacups. So Arcoroc did Aspen teacups. I've never seen that before. And there's one other thing here. Yes, wine glasses. Yeah, I didn't know. Definitely not. So yeah, interesting little search in the end.
Bowls and people. And you've got some, these are early Victorian. I think that stopper's probably wrong unless it's a bit high. £12. This. Let's have a look at this. Here's a good pontal. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah. Oh, this is a web. It's one of the rarer patterns. Can you see it in the bottom there? The little scales with the dimples in them. I think it's called Peacock or something like that. So this is Thomas Webb. It's probably Edwardian. I will find that.
The book I'm looking at is British Glass, 1800 to 1914 by Charles Hajdamach. And yeah, I must have been getting tired because yeah, my brain was getting fuddled. So not peacock at all. And there isn't even a pattern called peacock. So I don't even know where I got that from. There's P and it's not that. It's arabesque and also called scale. So there's another one that's like it, this fir cone. Yeah, but arabesque has got like it's a bit different. From 1886. I didn't realise it was early as that, so that jug might be earlier. Yeah, because most of these are sort of like post 1890s. Look at these here. Yeah. So 1886 that pattern is from. So it might be late Victorian.
Oh, look at this. Oh my. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Web Corbett. Oh, I'm going to have to get this out and take a photo of it and have a really good read.
So, yeah, I pulled out the bit of paper, straightened it out, put it on the floor and photographed it, and here it is. So the pattern is Rolleston and it's got design number 2019 by Web Corbett. And then if I go on the next page, it shows you a jug and a decanter. I've seen these decanters around, so that makes that quite interesting. I will be looking for those. In fact, I think I see one. And then, yeah, so interesting thing, little notes about it being highest quality glass, blown by mouth, blah, 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 blah. Yep. And then a little bit about how you care. And it doesn't tell you not to use a dishwasher because I think when this was printed, nobody had dishwashers. So, yeah, just be careful with it, I think it says. You know, put a rubber mat in the sink and all that kind of thing. So anyway, so that was the piece of paper that was in there. If it was mine, I'd be taking it out and ironing it very carefully and putting it in a little plastic wallet to keep it safe. But I wasn't going to buy all that glass, so I put it back in the glass that it was poking out of.
Just spotted these down the bottom here. These are Stuart Crystal Woodchester pattern, so they don't have spots, so they're post-war marked. But I've never, you know, if you look at my Woodchester video, I have a lot of Woodchester. I have never seen this before. Never. I don't even think it's in the I'm going to go through the catalogues and have a look, but I don't think it's in the catalogues either, where the bowl is attached to a like that. Normally there's a stem, all the bowls I have got a stem. That's really unusual. And it's a grapefruit dish because it's got a dish base for putting your pips in. Yeah, that is really unusual piece.
I'm looking at a Stuart Crystal 1964 catalogue that I downloaded from the Stuart Crystal Facebook page, and yeah, so this is what we were looking at. This little bowl here, you can see up here it says sweet dishes and grapefruits. These are the sweet dishes, these are the grapefruits. So yeah, with a little dish base. So yeah, it is in there, and as I said, I've not really seen that before. And if I go forward in time, so this is 1964, go forward in time to 1972, it reappears. So it wasn't a flash in the pan, but I presume, yeah, not many people must have been buying grapefruit dishes, which is probably what makes them rare, because yeah, it was a fancy dessert just to have half a grapefruit in a bowl, cut the top, you know, and then you just sprinkle some sugar on it, and maybe put half a glacé cherry on it as well if you were really fancy, and you'd have fancy spoons as well with pointed ends to pick the segments out. But yeah, it was a thing, but you had to be quite posh or have pretensions of being posh if you were going to do that kind of thing.
So before we get into all of the tableware and vases and stuff that's here, look at this. Does anybody need any lampshades? Because they have them all here. Look at it. That is really nice. There's no, yeah, I can't see, there's no Vaseline ones though, but they do have some quite nice ones. These are really cute, quite cute. These etched, acid etched with the tinted edges. But yeah, they have a whole pile. And obviously if you're looking for a chandelier with multiple bulbs on it, then you can fit them out here. So if you collect Medina, this is the place to come. Look at the size of these monkeys. They're huge. I don't have, he's saying Murano, but I think these are Medina. Can't see underneath. No. I think they're Medina. I don't know. This is Medina, definitely. I don't know what that is. That looks like it's Strathearn or something like that. Bazart, he's got it, yeah. So I was close. Not Strathearn. I knew it was Scottish anyway. Monarch, etc. Rock crystal. This looks like it's Ingrid glass, but I'm not definite. But I'll try and find that.
Isn't it nice when you already have a browser tab open for Ingrid glass, and yeah, the vase we're looking at, here it is. Dun dun dun. So does it come in other colours? Let me have a scan down, because I just literally just plonked straight back to this page and started recording. Is that the same in blue? It looks like they do it in blue. And anything else? Looks like only, oh, an amber. There you go. So there's at least green, blue and amber in that shape. Yeah. If you can't afford Whitefriars bark, yeah, this is the thing to buy. Because I think this is it's decent quality stuff.
This is Whitefriars, £65. £65 for that huge Dombly vase.
So I've been punting around trying to make sense of the knobbly vase we were looking at. It seems like there's different sizes. I've been going through the catalogues and I can't find the different sizes. So there's a 7-inch one. This is a 5-inch one. This is an 8.5-inch one. I think if this is the size that we're looking at. These ones are Kingfisher blue. I've been trying to find different colours, and yeah, because that's quite dark blue and not like this at all. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused by it. I've also been trying to look at prices of individual ones, but I don't think this is as big as the one we were looking at. And yeah, I've been going, oh no, what am I doing? Going the wrong place. There we go. Looking at the different catalogues and looking at the sizes, they're not really telling you what different sizes there are. So yeah, I'm a little bit stuck with it. I'm open to advice on that one. I'm sure there's someone's going to pop up and go, oh yeah, it's this, this and this, and whether the price is any good or not. I'm hoping someone will, because I'm a bit clueless on that one. That's Medina. I don't recognise this thing here. More Medina. So this is German studio vase. Don't know, and I don't recognise this down here. Yeah, this guy's got loads of glass I don't know. I've seen this before somewhere, and it was named, I think it's a Scottish one. I'm going to go back through my videos and re-find it. I think it's Scottish, and I think it had more money on it than that as well. So as soon as I looked at it, I remembered it was at G-Dad's. I almost remember the shelf it was on, so I just went straight to it and found it, and it's Strathearn, Stuart Strathearn. I think that makes it about 1980s, and yeah, so the gold texture is actually done by putting gold leaf on the surface of the hot glass and then continuing to blow it, and it kind of stretches out and makes that little speckledy pattern, but you can see that it's actually little chunk sheets of gold leaf that have been put onto the surface. In this case, they've been put on unevenly, and you can see that there's sort of like a lot of variation between the pieces, because it's trying to be more like art glass. There you go. Isle of Wight, I don't know that, but yeah. I think this is a cedar. What's he got written on it? Yeah, he's got a cedar. In fact, it's the same shape as the one we were looking at downstairs. Norwegian bars. So I think it's Norwegian. I've got the catalogues for Hadland. I can have a look. And Magna. Whitefriars. Another Whitefriars. He has got so much stuff here. It's unbelievable. Good stuff. A lot of which I don't know. I can just see this is good glass. Because sometimes I'm a bit useless with art glass. Look at this. Cameo glass. Signed. Riz 1996. I wonder who that is. Yeah, Rob Brierley piece there in the back. Don't know who this one is. Oh, that's got Strathearn written on it. That looks like another piece of the cedar. Yeah. A bit more Medina. I'm going to have to just get the Medina book, I think, because there's so much I've seen. And then you've got... Yeah, I don't know this fish. It's not a Romanian. It might be a Murano one. I can't see the label. It's the wrong way round. I'm not going to open anything because... Yeah, I don't want any disasters to occur because I'm fiddling around. And then you've got, yeah, I don't know. This looks like it's a Caithness piece. It's quite nicely done. It's quite an extravagant one for them. What's this with a? This is interesting. Rosenthal's got a label on it. That's German, I think. Scandinavian, don't recognise that. This looks very
Germanic, like Nachman or somebody like that. What else is here? That looks like Natalia, but it's not. Don't know who did that one. It's got wedgwood on this bird. Yeah, it's got so much nice stuff. The owl in the back's quite cute, but I don't recognise it. Then he's got some more bits here. What's he say about those? Costa Boda candlesticks. Little orifice vase. And what's he got up here? It says check bars. This is quite nice because it's got an acid etched surface and then it's got cutting in it as well. That is quite nice. Costa Boda. Yeah, that's a weirdness thing. I have a weirdness thing from Costa Boda as well. Not like that though, but still weird. Oh, that one is an Italia candle holder. I think that's Tapio Wiraka or something like that. I can never get his name right. This book is Miller's 20th Century Glass by Andy McConnell. And yeah, I was wrong about the designer there. It's not Tapio Wikala, it's Timo Sarpaneva. And it's from 1967. And it's called Festivo. So, yeah. And they come in different heights. I think this one got like 5 layers. I think they go up to 8. And some have only got 1. So yeah, don't expect them to all look exactly the same because they're different heights. And also, when I've seen them, they're not always even. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a tribute, but yeah, if you see them and they're not quite even, don't think it's not this. So anyway, so there you go. What's he saying? 15 to 150 pounds. Yeah, but this is from 2001, I think, this book. So, yeah, I don't know what the current prices should be. Oh, and there's a Whitefriars bud vase in the back there. Yeah, isn't it funny how you could learn something one day and use it the same day? So, this vase here in the back, there's one down, not the same shape, exactly the same surface texture though, downstairs. So it's Phoenix glass from Malta. Yeah, this is Medina. There's a Rihimaki vase there, they've said. Another one. I'll try and look those up, I'm not a bit less certain. Yeah, don't know. That's another. Oh, that one, he's actually got Phoenix written on that. Phoenician, sorry. Glass written on that one. Yeah. Oh, Thomas Webb, Old English Bullseye in dark green. That's the rarest colour. He's got £25 on that. I'm kind of not surprised. The book I'm looking at is British Glass Between the Wars by Roger Dodsworth. And yeah, this is the glass we're looking at. This one's in clear, I think. And what it says is, this one's very small, so it's a liqueur. Late 1930s. Oh no, it's not. It's Sunshine Amber. Moulded Old English Bullseye pattern. Yeah. So the real date depends on the mark underneath. So some of them have marks that are pre-war to just post-war, and then there's like post-war to 1966. But without getting out of the cabinet and seeing the mark on it, I'm not really able to give you a more accurate date. But as a design, it is from the late 1930s. I'm going to pull across because I need to speed up and go home. So I'm going to come over here. Got a nice, that's quite a good one. Polish. Oh, I can't remember. I'm going to look it up. I know his name. Krosno. Something Sanaki or something like that.
So I did actually slow that film right down to see if I could see what the label said, and the only thing I could make out in the mirror is that it said glass decanter. So yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So I knew what it was. It's Krosno. It's Polish. He says I found one that was correctly marked here, Polish, by Wzlod Sarnecki for Krosno, 1960. I think it's actually, from what I've been told, it's late 60s to 70s. So you can see on his, it's got a pontle mark and everything. This one doesn't have the stopper though. You can see there. And most of them don't. The stopper's a bit weird in that they're open at the bottom, so it's a bubble, but then it's not been closed off, it's just been cut off at the bottom, so they are open, which is not great for hygiene because you can't clean inside them very well because the hole at the bottom of the stopper peg is quite small. But anyway, this is what it is. They come in grey, they come in green, and they're usually listed as home guard gull vases, which is, yeah, people do that, and they're not they're a jug because there's a handle. And I did actually do a little search, so I only found this one in all the searches for this. I only found this one, which is correctly labeled. I did a quick search for home guard gull vase, no, gull jug I called it, and there one appeared. I've been unable to really expand the picture because the original picture's gone, but you can see it here. So yeah, so they're quite often listed as home guard, but there should be a clear stopper, but the stopper's not fitted, it just sits in the top. So yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, I couldn't see the price. And also it's not very common to see them with the stoppers. The stoppers are usually gone. This is interesting. So this decanter here, it's got 5 pounds on it. So we now know, because there was a leaflet on it we looked at earlier, this is Web Corbett. The leaflet looked very 60s or 70s. So that helps us date that one. Actually, looking back at the leaflet, it's not quite the same. So this is the leaflets. So this part of the pan is the same. This is the same, but this is different. So the other one had cut ellipses in this place here. This just has a row of ellipses, which wasn't on the decanter we looked at. It just went rows of ellipses and then this Ralston pattern. So it's not quite the same period as this decanter in the picture. Probably they've obviously modified the design at some point, whether it's before the leaflet or after, I don't know. And there's no date on this leaflet either, which is so it's kind of like a great reference but not a perfect one. So there we have it. I did introduce one new reference within this video called acrylic-glass.com. Really good reference. Please look them up and use their site. Yeah, so that's it from Notions. All the books I use will be listed in the description below, as well as any references and websites. And yeah, and join any Facebook groups I point out. Yeah, join them. They need the support. And yeah, and the address and links for Notions Antique Centre will also be in the description below. So also, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel because I do need more subscribers. And thank you for watching. Good night.